Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And we're having a bit of a different story today. A cloud cover, which was really not a problem yesterday, is a problem today. I was just looking at some of the observations at noontime. It's in the low to mid 50s just about everywhere from easternmost Pennsylvania to southern New England and on southward down into southern Pennsylvania and southern New Jersey. And that little area of clouds, it's just literally sitting there. It's even hard to pick out the cloud rotation out of it. Meanwhile, out to the west, if you go into western Pennsylvania and points westward, it's much warmer. So all of the warm air that was further east yesterday has now shifted westward thanks to that onshore flow, the wind off the ocean. And we have the next cold front that is getting ready as it is shooting clouds up to the northeast through the eastern Great Lakes. I'm just going to take a look here at the surface map, see what's going on with respect to the setup here along the coast. And you'll see right here, uh, up in Canada, actually way up, the high is east of Labrador, and it's built southwestward through southeasternmost Canada and into New England and right down the coast. And we were getting this fetch of moisture that's coming in, and it's all being trapped in this zone from eastern PA to southern New England. The high is basically getting squeezed by the next cold front or series of cold fronts that are approaching here that are out in parts of the Midwest that extend down into the western Gulf states. So we're going to keep our eyes on this today. I think it's going to be a real problem to get temperatures to get out of the 50s in most places for highs. There's no rain, though, showing up on the radar. So that's a good thing. The only thing I would caution is that in a situation like this, that sometimes you could get a little bit of spotty light rain or drizzle that the radar has a tough time picking up. Meanwhile, you see the showers to the west in eastern Michigan through Indiana down into Arkansas and into northern Texas. And this is where the action is today with respect to severe weather. There's just a narrow area of marginal risk that is being indicated by the Storm Prediction Center. And as we take a look at tomorrow, with this cold front coming through in the east and then a wave that's going to develop on it, we have a small area of marginal risk in southeastern Virginia and in eastern North Carolina. There is no risk being indicated on day 3. And in the long range, we're seeing some risk being indicated on day 5. And day 5 is Friday into Saturday. And that would be from Kansas down into Oklahoma and a small portion of north central Texas. As far as rainfall is concerned this week, it still is going to be minimal. The cold front coming through with the showers tomorrow, not really going to produce very much. There'll be a wave tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. That's not going to really produce that very much either. So we're looking at least from the standpoint of what WPC thinks, on the order of just a tenth to a quarter of an inch at best, or at worst, from southeastern New England down into Delaware, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. A little bit of a higher amount there in eastern North Carolina. Also some higher amounts as you get back to the Tennessee Valley and the up and down the Mississippi Valley. With the rainfall amounts generally on the order of about an inch to an inch and a quarter, inch and a half. Numbers pick up a little bit up in the Dakotas and the Southwest, which is currently in a really serious drought situation. That is going to continue. So it's a fairly straightforward forecast. There's not too much here that's going to change, I think, with respect to the next 5 days or so. And even beyond that, we're in a colder than normal pattern. I don't see that changing anytime soon. And tonight, we're going to see this onshore flow start to relax a bit as that front comes through Tuesday morning. You can see there's some scattered showers with that. And then a little wave develops on the front with an area of rain. Tuesday night, it moves very quickly to the northeast. That low is going to strengthen a bit as it heads up into Nova Scotia and the eastern New England. And we're going to be in a chilly flow, a chilly northwest flow Wednesday, and it gets stronger Thursday into early Friday, but it is going to remain dry and temperatures below average right into through Saturday, in fact. And I'm just looking at the rest of the weekend. The next low looks like it wants to go from the plains up into the western lakes, so conceivably we could stay dry through Sunday. But again, we're in this long stretch now where temperatures are going to be averaging about 5 to maybe 8 degrees below normal. We should be getting up into the mid and upper 60s on a regular basis this time of year. So when we're only getting to upper 50s and low 60s, that that's below normal. And a look at the upper air, by the way, really shows you what's going on with respect to the overall flow. We are seeing troughing continuing to drop into the eastern part of the United States. In fact, we have a very blocky looking pattern here as we go through the end of this week and into the weekend. We'll just here's your upper low that's sitting south of Nova Scotia and just not doing anything. And you've got higher pressures up in the North Atlantic coming over the top. And this is typical of a blocking pattern. The jet stream getting suppressed well to the south. So as long as that is the case, it is really it's just not going to get warm for more than the odd day or two in between cold fronts. And in fact, as we go through the long range, and now we're into May 6th and 7th and looking into Mother's Day weekend, it's blocky, and we still have troughing dropping down into the eastern part of the U.S. In fact, look at this on May 10th. I know this is way down the road, but our air is coming down from Canada, and the spring months are especially when you go to March, April, and through the first part of May, it's all about dispersing what's left of the Arctic air that's from in Canada and the Arctic regions from the wintertime. And with a pattern like this, we're continuing to see that cold air getting dispersed. Now, eventually, it'll run out of cold air and things will settle down. But it does look like we're going to see temperatures mostly below average over the next 10 days to probably 2 weeks. We'll talk more about this tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show, and that's at 7:30 Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. So we hope to see you then. Have a great afternoon, everybody.